Good morning, my awesome friends and followers of Suffolk's #1 YouTube channel. Joke. Anyway, yes, it's Friday, it's a weekend, Friday the 14th of November. Oh my God, where do we start? Well, don't take the Lord's name in vain, Mr. Gold. Yes, the weekend is amongst us, and it's going to be a great weekend, I believe. I have inside scoops which is happening in the media today and tomorrow. Yes, I've been speaking to a couple of journalists, and you're going to find out here first, but I'm not allowed to say in this morning's daily rant. I've just sent a message. I've actually just sent a message, a screenshot, which I hate doing, but just for my own benefit, not to tell anyone, but I sent the screenshot to my chief of staff, Deborah, to tell her that what was happening in the media, because this came straight from the journalist, and I have to sit on it for the time being, but it's going to be worth it, ladies and gentlemen, so stand by. Yes. Talking of things in the media, Rachel Thieves. Rachel from accounts is now saying 30 billion black hole. I mean, how many black holes is there? If Rachel from accounts hadn't have given away all our money, we wouldn't have a fucking black hole, would we, Rachel from accounts? But we do. We do, ladies and gentlemen. And it's going to continue to get bigger until we get someone to take over the country that understands that British people must come first. Yes. Yeah. If I was any of you out there and I lived near a prison, I would just fucking move. Because they keep letting out bad people by mistake. But this is the same government, Labour, the same government that released all the terrorists, bombers, killers, assassinators, snipers. Yeah, they're the ones that released all the terrorists from Northern Ireland jail, didn't they? They did, yeah. And then what did Labour do back then? They did what they're doing now. Did you not know what Labour did? Under Tony Blair's regime, they released all the terrorists in Northern Ireland onto the streets, but then what else they did was they used what they're doing now. They used taxpayers' money to put in a super injunction so that no one in England, Scotland or Wales found out what was happening in Northern Ireland. As far as the rest of the United Kingdom were concerned, Northern Ireland was now in a really good place and there was nothing going wrong. There were still shootings happening and bombings happening, under-vehicle booby traps and soldiers being killed, police officers being shot at, prison officers being killed. But the problem was the mainstream media had been paid to shut the fuck up. So none of you found out about it. You all think that everyone in Northern Ireland's all happy singing, all dancing. It's not. Still filled with evil bastards. Good people as well, I want to point out, but still evil happening. You just don't hear about it because the government's Labour Party put a super injunction in. The same super injunction that the government did to not tell you about the hotels and the migrants and not tell you about the prisons and the releases and stuff. Yeah. It's only Labour that do this. Just want to point that out. Yeah. I'm surprised. Do you know what? See if this Labour government was the government back before the Good Friday Agreement, they would have recognised the IRA as a legitimate organisation. They would have. Fucking certain. Anyway, BBC's done it again, haven't they? They fucked up. They edited another piece and got it wrong again. They need to collapse the BBC. In fact, talking about BBC's newsreader, Naga Monchetti, is now under a formal investigation for allegations of bullying amongst the staff and the staffers. It's I'm surprised it's made it to an investigation. I thought that's way down the list of things that presenters in BBC do, innit? I mean, I thought like child predatory was the top thing that they brushed under the carpet, and and all the rest of the things, Hi, my name is Hugh Edwards. I pleaded guilty, but I wore a nice suit and the judge let me off. Yeah. And there's the Meghan Markle and Harry, whatever you want to call him, Harry fucking Sussex. You've got that debacle going on now. The disappearing photographs of Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party. Now, ready? The Markle camp are putting out a PR thing to say, no, we signed a waiver when we went into the party to say that we didn't want our photographs put out anywhere. We signed that waiver. The ones that want to be photographed outside charities. We want to go to Disney. We want it to be all over the world. What we do. But we decided not to show our photographs with the most famous people in the world they've got over 1 billion followers amongst them. We didn't want to be part of that. Me and Harry didn't want to be part of this massive global thing to show the world how we are part of this elite. We didn't want anyone to know. So we said, don't put our photographs out. Now that's the Harry and Meghan bit, the PR team putting out. No, we didn't want to be part. Now the Kardashian and Jenner bit, they're like, no, we just took the photographs down because, my opinion. No, we just deleted all the photographs off our social media. We don't need them in our social circle. They need us. We don't need them. There's that going around. And there's also the bit about, well, the cameras were following the Kardashians to film a new series. And maybe, just maybe, somebody picked up how rude, arrogant and entitled they are towards ordinary staff that were maybe carrying plates. And the Kardashians went, take down their photographs. We don't need them. So there's 3 different stories. I'll leave it to you to make a decision which story you believe. Do you believe they didn't want to be part of this? We very much doubt that narcissists behave like that. Of course they wanted to be part of it. They're probably gutted that the Kardashians removed them from all the social media. They're so gutted they had to put out a PR. I mean, imagine being so gutted you got to put out a PR. Yeah, we didn't want to be part of it. Well, one thing I will say, at least Harry was wearing a poppy. Okay, at least he was wearing a poppy. The poppy means so much, by the way. Yep, to many people, I'm not going to go into it. It started off as the Hague Fund, and it's now become the Poppy Appeal. But anyway, look at the Hague Fund and find out why people wear the poppy. There we go. Yeah. And I'm hearing in the grapevine that King Charles has stepped in. He has stepped in now to protect Princess Eugenie and Princess Beatrice. He doesn't want them having this massive fallout because of what their parents have done. And I think it's great. That's, you know what, Charles, King Charles, that's the type of leadership that we fucking need. Not the one you've been showing with your other son. Showing with your son Harry and his behaviour. But what you're showing towards your brother's children. Your nieces. I think that's the leadership that's been missing. So I say take my hat off to you for protecting them. Yeah. Wow. And for those of you that love football, Cristiano Ronaldo was playing for Portugal against Ireland. And I'm going to be honest, he didn't come across as a good guy. His behaviour was despicable. He elbowed an Irish player so badly that knocked him down. He got a red card. And Cristiano Ronaldo, that I honestly believe that could be his last game for Portugal, because there's now talk to ban him from the competition because of that behaviour. He walked off with a red card doing this, and it was just it's unbecoming. It seems to me that he's going to end his career, international career, the way Zinedine Zidane ended his, when he went forward and launched the head into an opponent. Yeah, such a shame. But anyway, there we go. It is what it is. And this morning I'm reading about Kirsty Gallagher. Now, I did a daily rant maybe last month, and I mentioned about Kirsty Gallagher. When Kirsty Gallagher did this podcast with no makeup on, and she was saying that she felt unsafe walking through London and someone attacked her, that type of behaviour. She did that last month. But after today's mainstream media story about her, I'm doubting her story last month now. I'm doubting it, because she appeared in front of a judge for driving, for speeding. And she lied. She appeared in front of a judge. She got a 6-month driving ban. She basically said the judge had no empathy, and that she didn't live near a bus stop, and that she couldn't afford to get taxis in and out of work. She was the sole provider for her children. And yeah, she lied. She does live near a bus stop. She can't afford taxis. She declared that she only had 80 grand in her bank account. Fucking 80 grand. Only got 80 grand in your bank account. Well, Kirsty, here's the thing. If you have to get to work and you've no other way of getting to work other than a taxi, I think you'll discover very, very soon that you can claim your taxi fares on expenses for your news network. Did you know that? Or has no one told Kirsty this? No one told? Yeah. So the fact that she lied about she can't afford a taxi, we all know she can. She lives in a £1.5 million house. She was speeding, 6 month driving ban. So I reckon, just my opinion, please let me know in the comments, that the story a couple of weeks ago was she was assaulted walking to her car, tied in with her driving ban or her appearance in court. And it's just me. I like to think out loud. It's just my opinion. I may be wrong, but I'll let you make the decision. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to shoot on. Things to do this morning. But thank you for supporting the channel. Thanks for liking. Thanks for sharing. And if you haven't subscribed, why not? It's free.